So today in Manhattan, there was a mass peace protest. You won't see it um, on the mass media because they're trying to hide it, against Elon Musk and basically in support of Ukraine. Um, even J.D. Vance was a little bit upset because he ran into some of the protesters who screamed Slava Ukraine at him, and he felt they were following him and terrorizing him. But they were just on their way to protest. But he put out there saying, people are trying to get me. No one wants you, JD. Not even Trump. So get used to it. He's so needy. Such a needy bitch. But there's just protests everywhere. But the one thing you have to understand with these protests too, they've been going after Tesla dealerships. Now, there's some violence going against Tesla dealership, which is wrong. Throwing a Molotov cocktail into a Tesla dealership and shooting up with a weapon is not correct. Now, standing in front of the Tesla dealership and protesting Elon Musk, that's fine, because that's your right. Now, they were getting arrested for trespassing, that's fine. But one thing you're starting to see, though, remember, Eric Adams is mayor of New York. Eric Adams is a straight up Trump sycophant. He's dependent on Trump to save his ass from jail. He's corrupt, and you all know it. And he was still in the court, and if Trump hadn't been reelected, he'd be fucked. But Trump's reelected, and the DOJ keeps trying to protect him. Okay, that being said, why are New York police becoming Elon Musk's private security guards? Why are they standing for the Tesla dealerships at the taxpayers' expense? If this is all about saving money and the government shouldn't be spending money, why is Elon Musk getting taxpayer money to protect the dealerships of Tesla? This is what, see, the thing about it, people are starting to see through the bullshit, and it's coming, and Trump's getting pushback. Because here's the thing, he's destroying the economy because it was Biden's economy, and it bothers him. He wants to rebuild it in some kind of image that doesn't exist. The economy that the Project 2025 and all those people is an economy ruled by oligarchs and people like Peter Thiel, who believe anyone who's not them are worthless. That's the society idea. You have these people who are intellectually great with all the money, and the rest of us should service them. No, Americans don't play that. It's not in our DNA. We were created in revolution. We were created to question everything. We were created to be pissed off when government starts to mess with us. And this is, I think, the first time people are seeing that really your government's messing with you and your money. So that protest in Manhattan, people getting arrested, it's the beginning. Watch next, because it's getting worse, and it's going around the country, and people are getting upset. Because the one thing that Trump is trying to do is, if you do this, you have to burn the entire economy to the ground. The idea of getting rid of Social Security and Medicare or Medicaid is to have no safety net. So the people are on the streets, destitute. Watch pictures of the 30s during the Depression. There was no safety net, until what Franklin Delano Roosevelt tried to do. And then later on, the war on poverty by Lyndon Johnson. So the way things are talking about, we're not talking recession. When you're using the words like stagflation, which means negative stagnant growth, negative GDP with inflation, that's the next step. Is not a recession. The next step is a depression. And people have been through some recessions recently, but there's always been a safety net to catch them. I found that in the Great Recession when I had to use welfare or Medicaid or Medi-Cal. I was in California, but I got back up, but it kept me going. Food stamps. People won't have that. They'll have nothing. And they'll have the rich people saying, fuck you, go eat cake. Yeah, That happened in Russia. That happened in France. And we're not going to capitulate. See, they're hoping us that we'll get sold down, we'll take anything from them. We'll lick their boots. No, not going to work like that. You know what they're making people do, congressmen do, is like they've cut money from the district. They're making congressmen go to Musk and Trump to beg for the money back. Beg for money for the constituents so they can turn around and see, I went to Trump and love Trump in the same time. That's bullshit. See, they don't care about you. And the only way that those Republican congressmen are doing that, why? It's because they care about their jobs. They don't give a fuck about you. That's why they're not having town halls. So let's bottom line it all. It's starting to get really testy out there. People are getting hot. And don't worry about martial law. That's a myth. Ain't gonna happen. And even if you did, there's 350 million of us. Good luck with that shit. So, even though you haven't seen it, it's out there. People are starting to stir. And when the budget doesn't get passed and things get worse, and when Trump is going on Fox News and doesn't care about a recession, not worried about recession, worried about it, or he's sending out articles saying, don't worry about eggs anymore, price of eggs, that's not your problem. When the Secretary of the Agriculture said you can get chickens for your eggs, when the Commerce Secretary is basically saying everything's okay, when they're telling you that tariffs are a good thing, they're lying to you, and it's all part of a very bad plan that's about to blow up in their face.